Now I'd like to show you some of the varieties of ways you can fill these pens and be creative and use your imagination. First, I want to get this stopper out and hang on to it. A safe place I'm going to put it is right in here with this silver ring if I need to. If it starts to get loose and fall off, I'll put it in with the stopper. I'm going to set my pen up like this and get it ready. I want to make a beach pen, and this color reminds me of the ocean water here in Florida, and a friend of mine comes and visits from Wisconsin. And we saved some of the beach sand from her actual visit that I used in another pendant or jewelry piece that I made for her. We're going to add a little bit of the mineral oil, a little bit of an ocean kind of glitter to just add a little bit of sparkle. I've got this really neat mica chips that are champagne colored and sparkling, and they kind of look like beach sand with the shells ground up in it. So I'm going to put that in for a little bit more sparkle too. I'm going to add a tiny bit of alcohol ink to make it kind of ocean water blue. I'm going to put it in here first because a little bit of alcohol ink goes a long way. And because this one's pretty greenish, I'm going to add just a hint of my blue to it. And I even found little pearls to put in here. So we're going to put all of our inclusions again into the mineral oil first. Stir this up and put just a little drop, because you can always put more in, but you can't take it out. And a little bit goes a long way with our alcohol inks. I'm going to stir this really well. I'm going to put my pearls in. I'm going to add it to one of my little silicone pouring cups because they pour really nicely into the pens as well. Okay, now before I begin, I want to go ahead and pour just a little bit in, and then I'm going to use my tweezers and actually add those pearls. And I'm going to use my scooper because I want to pick up the sand and the shimmer and have it equally distributed in the mineral oil. I don't want all the heaviest of the inclusions to be left behind in my dish. So I'm going to scoop them up. With the purple pen that we did first, it didn't matter so much because all the inclusions were equally weighted. But with this one, given the pearls are going to be the biggest, I want to get the sand and the mica chips all in there. And that's about right. I want to get it full, but not so full I can't put the stopper back on. And there's also a little bit of cleanup that goes on that I want to show you too. I think I showed you with the purple pen, but I want to make sure. Okay. Now, because of the oil being viscous, it flows everywhere. So I want to get an alcohol-soaked paper towel to wipe off any residue on the pen. And I'm going to insert it and wipe this rim really well, all around this ring and the lip. And even I'm going to ball this up. A Q-tip would work really well here too. And put it inside there to make sure I've got it really wiped clean. I'm going to go get my stopper. Just for a minute, I thought I had lost it already. I'm going to poke it in and make it flush. Okay, and there's where the pen and the pearls will all fit together. Like I said before, if you're sending this as a gift, I would dip this in just a tad of Gorilla Glue so that in case of shipping or in case it's in their purse, it wouldn't leak. And we put the pen together. I don't want to glue it just yet because I want to make sure I really like the design. This one was a really tight fitting one when I opened it. There it goes. Okay, and there it is. There's her name, and here's her beach sand from her visit to Florida, and there are the pearls traveling up and down, and the color coordination is perfect on this shade of kind of ocean seawater blue with her name on it, and it's ready to go. For our next pen idea, I'm going to use this kind of corally peachy color pen. I'm going to open it up like I did with the others. I'm going to use my tweezers here. And I'm going with a teal and peach combo since I already had the teal out for our ocean pen. And for those of you who have seen my resin bookmark video, I've got some fun glow in the dark and thermochromic powders coming up in the pens as well. So stay tuned. I'm going to mix my mineral oil. I already have some of the beachiness in this one that I'm going to save and use. But I'm also going to add a little bit of peach and coral colors to this. Some more mica. This will shimmer really pretty and look different than just regular glitter will be. And I have some fun sequins that I reserved over here that are tiny, and they're kind of in this same color palette with just a little hint of silver. So we want to get those in there. I thought I would enhance that silver part by adding just a few of the silver micro beads. I'm glad I'm working on paper. These go everywhere. I should actually have my bead tray out. Getting this one last little stray sequin. Put my stopper back in there. All right, then I'm going to stir this together. And I want to pour just a tad of the mineral oil in here first, to give a little bit of a fill before I start adding the bedazzling to it. Now this is where you'll see me scoop some of the heavier particles into the chamber so they don't get left behind. And they'll just slide down in there. And make a very festive looking pen for a really good friend of mine. We're going out to dinner for a birthday soon, and we're all going to get together, and I thought it'd be fun to present each of them with one of these custom made pens just as a miss hanging out with you kind of gift. We all used to work really closely together, and now we don't get too much anymore. Such is life. All right, I want to get that all filled in there. I think that silver sequin was trying to escape. We got to get him in there. Okay, and I think we're good to go. I'm going to use my little poker, which is the nozzle off of canned air, in there. And just finish pouring any little bit. Not too full, but we don't want it to be too shy either of the top. We don't want it to look empty. All right, my alcohol paper towel to help me clean up any oily residue. I want to make it fit inside and get all that because it will inhibit the stopper's ability if there's a bunch of glitter stuck to this inside wall. So we want to make sure, and sometimes this is where I get the poker too, to make sure I really get it in there. And clean up those sides and pick up that little bit of glitter that was in there. Make sure my silver ring's in place. And here goes the stopper, pressing it in flush. The pen. All right, And here's this one all ready to go. Did you see that silver ring? There. Trying to get away. Now, once you hold these up and down, it will travel the distance of the pen chamber. You can slowly see it like a lava lamp kind of coming down in there. If it's not moving like you want it to, open it back up, because I'm not thrilled with how it all clumped at the base or the top if you're upside down. And we're going to stir it. We're going to give a stir to make sure our biggest inclusions aren't too trapped down there. There we go. Another quick wipe. When it pops back out like that, that means there's a little bit of oil and air pressure keeping it from seating properly. So just give that a better wipe there. Okay. There we've got the full effect now. And there's option number 3.